Maybe it's something.
Do this. You know when you tell somebody a story, then a week later you tell them the same story again because you forgot, and by this time you've added a bunch of lies to it and you've embellished it. I'm a big liar. The other day, I was telling the guy a funny story about something that happened to me, and it was true, but it didn't really happen to me. It happened to somebody else, and I heard about it, so I was just lying and saying it happened to me. I don't know why. And all of a sudden I realized that I was talking to the guy that it happened to. And he's like, that wasn't you, that was me. What the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, oh, no, I think that was me. No, that was me. That's the best thing to do. If you really get caught in a lie, just fucking hang in there anyway. You're a liar! And then just stop being friends with the guy right there. Don't call him, just...
I'm broke. Anybody else broke? You ever get so broke that the bank starts charging you money for not having enough money? That's fucking broke, man. Bank called me up, they're like, hi, we're calling because you don't have enough money. I'm like, I know. She's like, sir, you have insufficient funds. Well, that's a good way to put it, too. I agree with that. I find my funds to be grossly insufficient. Thanks for calling. Why are you mad at me? I don't understand what. How is this something I'm doing to you? She's like, sir, you only have $20. That's not enough. You can't only have $20. I'm like, look, I'm not being broke just to fuck with you. I just really don't have any money. I'm not trying to be a dick. My life is shitty. What? So they charged me. They charged me $15. That's how much it costs to only have $20. But here's the fucked up part. Now I only have $5. What did I pay the $15 for if I don't get to have the $20 that I paid to have? I paid the fucking money. Where's my 20 bucks? That's like going to the movies, you buy your ticket and they go, get the fuck out of here, go home. But I paid for the movie. No, you paid for a ticket, motherfucker. You didn't pay for a movie. You ever have negative money? That's depressing, isn't it? You look at your bank account, negative $10. That's how much I have now. Negative 10. That means I don't even have no money now. I wish I did. I wish I didn't have anything. I wish I just had nothing, but I have less than that. I don't have none. I have not 10. I can't, if it's free, I can't fucking afford it. Somebody could come up to me, take this, it's free. Fuck, that costs nothing. I can't afford that. That's more than I have. I gotta raise 10 bucks to be broke. That's where I'm at. That's not good. That's bad. Apparently some of you are in the same fucking position. How's your economy doing? Shit.
Really sexy.
Thank you. Maybe tell me that later instead of during a performance. You're not welcome to speak. I'm trying to make that really clear to everybody at the same time. It is not appropriate to yell shit at me right now. It is less appropriate to yell at me than almost anybody within several square miles. If you yell at a guy on the street, you're not ruining a show for 2,500 fucking people. So it's literally one of the few people, me and a pilot, you shouldn't talk to. Those are the only people.
It was dark.
Yeah.
What was this dark?
Well, last year I think I did this on the show, actually, on the series. I think I put it in there, but it was a thing about that, people hate child molesters so much. They hate them worse than murderers or anybody else.
Right.
So getting caught child molesting is that's the end.
That's the worst.
It's really the end of your life in every way. Your friends are gone. Whatever you had is gone.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why a lot of kids that get molested get killed. Because it's like once you whatever got you to the moment where you molested a kid.
Right.
Once you hit that moment, you're like, I can't let this kid go now because I'm fucked if this kid goes home and tells anybody. So you kill the kid.
Right.
So the bit was that if we could hate child molesting a little less, we might get some kids back.
Wow, that is a brilliant thought.
If somebody could go say to themselves, all right, I molest, somebody could call you and go, hey, I molested your kid. You want him back after soccer? Or do you want me to drop him off after this game? Doesn't he have any allergies I should know about?
I was just in Ireland, and they have these posters. In Ireland, there's an election going on, and all over Europe right now, actually, for the whatever. I don't fucking care. It's not here, so it fucking don't matter at all. So, but I'm in Ireland, and there's an election, and there's a guy whose poster says, "Stop the pedophiles." That's his slogan. Stop the pedophiles. And here's the thing: even if you're against the pedophiles, I wouldn't want my face with pedophiles all over the nation that I live in. And I told that to an Irishman, and he said, actually, we say pedophiles. I'm like, hey, I've been fucking kids for 10 years. Don't tell me how to say it. I think I would know.
You ever feel like you're going to fart, and then instead you shit on your father's face? And everybody on the bus is like, hey, that's not appropriate. And you're like, I thought it was going to be a fart. And they go, oh, all right then.
I'm doing well. I had a good day today. I went to the movies. And, before the movie now, they show you that whole presentation where they explain that you shouldn't download movies on the internet. Because you're hurting all the people that work on the movies. They need to feed their families. So you shouldn't download movies on the internet. And I thought, holy shit, I had no idea. I just didn't know you could download movies on the internet. That is great news. I'm going to download all of them. I went to the park today. I like going to the park because I can masturbate without my wife bothering me. So I'm at the park, and there's these no drinking signs. And it doesn't say no drinking. It has a picture of like a martini glass with a line through it. Are those really the people causing the problems with the drinking in the parks? Shouldn't it be like a bottle in a bag with a line through it? Are there guys out there at 3 in the morning?
I'm very happy. I'm married, and I love my wife. I love her very much. My wife hates me. She fucking hates me. She hates me so much. Like, that's what she does. Like, if you asked her, what'd you do today? I fucking hate that guy. That's what I did today. I hate Louis. She's so mad at me all the time. Here's the latest thing. The other day, she got really mad. She said to me, you know what you did? You filled the dishwasher with dishes, you put the soap in, and you didn't turn it on. And I'm like, oh, shit. What are we going to do now? But here's the part where she blows my mind. This is amazing when she gets to this level. She says, well, why didn't you turn it on? Like I have a reason for not turning it on. And I'm like, can't I just be stupid? Can't it just be that I'm a fucking idiot? That I filled the dishwasher and then I went, boo, and I walked away? I can live with that. I'm cool with that. But she says, no, why'd you do it? Which means I decided not to do it. Do you know how much more of an asshole that makes me? That means I filled the dishwasher and then I went, you know what? Fuck her, I ain't turning it on. She can suck my dick if she thinks I'm pressing that on button. I'll fill it, but I don't fucking press on, not in my own house. Why would I do that? That would be crazy.
So
into somebody that you know and you can't remember their name. That's a low grade of it, because when you don't know their name, you can bullshit around. Because, like, you throw things, you show off about all the other shit. Hey, how's it going at the ice cream place that you work? And how's Bill? I know you know Bill, but you don't know their name. But what's even worse is when you don't even know where you know them from. You can't remember what their name is, who they are, why you know them, and here they come, and you're going, ah, shit, you fucking guy, I don't know who he is. So you go up, and then you have nowhere to go. It's like, hey, there, how's the place? You know what I do? Just go completely off the deep end. Instead of bullshitting the guy, just completely go wrong. Just go, hey, Flippity, how you doing there? You still at the clam plants chance? Yeah, that's pretty good. Because then at least he thinks you're stupid, crazy instead of stupid. That's the point of it. I think it's always better for people to think you're crazy than stupid. I think you should always, like, say you're in a restaurant, you're looking for the bathroom, and you walk into the kitchen by mistake. And they know why you're in there. Look at this idiot. Then you just go... Come on. And they'll let you pee in there. That's my point. Okay.
No, I'm glad you appreciate that story. Not everybody appreciates that story. I told that story about a week ago in Orange County, California, and all these rich motherfuckers looking at me with their boat tans and their golf shirts and penny loafers. They're all looking at me like, well, yeah. Like, you were financially irresponsible, you had to pay the price. I don't frankly see what you're angry about. The bank has a right to accrue a fee, clearly. That's how different it is to be rich than it is to be poor, because when you're rich, the bank pays you for being rich. If you have a lot of money, they give you money because you have a lot of money. They say, you have so much money that we should give you some. Because you have a lot, you should have more. Here, take more money. Take this guy's 15, fuck him, you should have it. It makes perfect sense. He doesn't have enough, you have a lot. Fine, take it all, you motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. You ever get so broke it just becomes funny to you after a while? You go, Jesus Christ, I have no fucking money. Jesus. People call you, hi, we're going to turn off the... Yeah, fuck it, turn it off, man. Turn it off, I don't give a shit. When can you make a payment? I ain't paying anything. What am I going to fucking pay you with? I fucking sold the phone. I don't need it now. Damn it, man. This shit's brutal. I live in New York, too, and, man, you can't get along with no money in New York. You gotta live in these tiny places. I have this apartment, right? And we have this... Okay, here's the toilet, right? I'm on the toilet. This is how small the apartment is. The tub is right here, like right next to the toilet. Then there's a wall, like right fucking here, like right... There's no... You get squeezed in. And here's the worst part. I have to put a foot in the tub to use this toilet, because... Otherwise, I gotta go like this. Who shits like this with their knees together? I'm pooping. No, you gotta fucking dig in. You gotta get into it. And in order to achieve this position, I have to put a foot in the tub. Now try putting a foot in the tub when your pants are at your ankles. You can't. They both want to go, right? So I have to take off the whole pant leg, which means I have to take a shoe off every time I take a shit. Every time. And sometimes that's okay, but a lot of times it fucking isn't okay. Sometimes I didn't plan effectively, and I'm 10 blocks from my house, and I've got to shit. You know when you can't run because you'll bounce it out, so you got to kind of glide, and you're going, come on! God damn it! Then you stop occasionally. Fuck, fuck, fuck! Come on, man! God. Okay, I'm gonna make it. 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 And I always get to this point where, like, I'm gonna make it. I'm fucking fine. I'm fine. Mind over matter. I'm gonna make it. And then I see my house. I just see it. And my eyes tell the rest of me, fuck it, man. Let go. We're here. There's no need to hold on anymore. We've made it. Because my eyes are fucking retarded, and they don't know the difference between the outside and the inside of my house. So now I got like Olympic seconds to fucking get in my house and open the door to the bathroom, and I gotta take a fucking shoe off? Are you... I have shit my pants 13 times. I couldn't keep a straight face with that. All right. Oh, shut up. You better leave now. It doesn't get any better.
And there's this beautiful, I was going by a church, this wedding was coming out, and it was just so beautiful, I kind of couldn't resist. I ran up to the groom and I said, "You fucking liar! I sucked your cock! You said we were going to Massachusetts!" Stereotypical gay guy. Here's the thing, right? It's not cool, right, to make fun of stereotypical gay people, but there are some gay guys who talk like that. There are gay guys who wear shorts that are really tight, and then those sleeve shirts can go, "You're an asshole!" And those guys are silly. And they should be laughed at. Not all, to say, hey, all gay people act like this is wrong, but to point out that a gay guy that acts like that is funny, is just fucking true. They're hilarious. Hello! There are gay guys who act like that, and they're fucking ridiculous. Of course they are. Just like when you see a black guy, there are black guys who go, "Shit, motherfucker! That shit's funny! It's weird to talk like that. It's weird to go, no, shit! With your hand like that, that's funny. You know, and it's not wrong to make fun of Jews, that they're all Jewy, you know? Anyway, that's what Jews get. They're Jewy. I'm sticking here in the stereotype that Jews love money. It's just not true. I have this friend who's Jewish, and I tried to give him $1, and he was like, "Arr! Arr!" He hates money.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here. Nice to see you all. It is. It's nice. It's funny to see you all here because I fucked all your mothers. So that's weird. Isn't that a weird coincidence? I fucked all your mothers. And here you are. You're not mad, are you? Did y'all get together because you're mad? They liked it, so don't worry. You shouldn't be mad. You should want your mother to enjoy herself. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and he used an old expression, and he said, "Yeah, well, it's a double-edged sword." You know, when people say that. I don't think people should say that anymore, because I don't really relate to it that much, because I don't have a lot of fucking swords, and everything is a double-edged sword too. Like nothing isn't a double-edged sword. It's like, oh, I'm going to Vegas. Yeah, well, that's a double-edged sword. Because you could win or you could lose. Hey, the football game was on. That's a double-edged sword. Because football is fun, but then something else is too when you're not watching that. Even single-edged swords are a double-edged sword. You know, you cut something with it, but the other head is kind of flat, doesn't really cut well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. That bit is kind of Seinfeld-y, I think. and then I try to make it mine by doing it clumsily. That's how you modernize comedy. You take any bit Seinfeld would have done and just make it sound like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and then you sound clever.
When you have a baby, everything changes. So people tell you, they go, your whole life is going to change, and they were right. I think the biggest difference between my life now and before we had the baby is that now we have a baby. We have a baby. You know, that's a huge responsibility. You got to not leave him outside. You got a lot of stuff you got to take care of constantly. No, it's great though. My father told me when I was a kid, he said, you're not going to know what it is to be a real man until you hold that tiny baby in your arms. And I didn't understand that then, but I do now because I held my baby in my arms and I felt like a real man, you know, because I could crush that. It's hard raising a baby because they're crazy. They're out of their minds. It was Easter, okay, and we're painting eggs, and so she broke an egg. So of course she's got to cry about that like a bitch for like half an hour. So, and I go, it's okay, honey, it's just an egg, and I give her another one, and she threw it at me, and then she just starts throwing eggs, and we're trying to stop her. We have like this rule that we can't say anything negative to her, so we're trying to stop her from throwing eggs without saying any negative. Like goes, how about not throwing the eggs? That would be interesting. Finally, my wife goes, you know, we were having a nice Easter, but now we're not, and it's because of you. Yeah, that's really positive, honey. Why don't you just punch her in the face? Just punch her right in the face. You might get over that. The worst word a baby has when she learns it is the word why. I hate the word why. I really hate it. And it's not, look, like I used to judge other parents, but I don't anymore. Like, you know when you're like at McDonald's and you see a mother or father with a kid, and the kid looks so cute and she's eating fries, and the mother or father's like, oh God, oh Jesus Christ. I hate this, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And then a little kid says something like, Mama, why are those people standing there? And she goes, just shut up and eat your fries. And you go, what a horrible mother. Why doesn't she just answer her? How hard could it be to just answer her? You know what? You don't know what you're talking about. Because when a kid asks a question why, you tell her why, and she wants to know why that. Too. And then you tell her why that. She wants to know why that. She takes every idea and deconstructs it to the point, I don't even know who I am anymore when we finish talking. The other day she's like, Papa, why is there rain? Oh, because the water fell out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Because it came from the lake. Why? Because it got hot and it evaporated. Why? Because the earth is hotter when it's nearer to the sun. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Why? Because I didn't pay attention when it was taught to me in school. I didn't listen to anything anybody said to me. Why? Because I have no moral compass and I'm useless. I've never done the right thing. Why? Because my parents didn't raise me right. They didn't even try. Why? Because they just had sex in a car and here I am and they've just been waiting for me to get out of their lives. I'm only stopping to be polite. It goes on for hours. Hours. It gets so abstract. She's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing would be aren't. There wouldn't be any not things. Why? Eat your fucking fries. Shut the fuck up and eat your fries. Fucking little motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
The thing that she's usually mad about is simple. She says that I don't listen to her when she's talking. And I don't. But it's not because I don't love her, blah, blah, blah. It's because... I try to listen. I really do. When she talks, I just stare at her face. I'm like, come on, bring the story. But somehow I'm like, what the I can't do it. I try. Because every story gets divided into 50 stories that all branch out into these crazy, and I'm like, holy shit. I've got ADD. I can't do it. I'm like, fucking please. But I try every time I try because I love this retarded woman. So I try really hard to listen to her stories. Other people don't even try. We go to parties, she starts talking, people just walk away like, fuck this, that lady's crazy. Who would waste time listening to that crap? Me. She can't help it. I really feel bad for her because the thing is that every word of the story gets her so excited that she wants to fucking run with it, and she can't fucking just break through and get to the end or even the beginning. This is my wife telling a story. She's like, guess what happened to my mom today? You remember I told you my mom how when she was in college, not when she went to Michigan, when she transferred. Remember because that guy got weird and she had to leave because he was not the Iranian guy. That was a different story. That guy, I think he was Persian. I heard that Persia actually split. What the fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ! Pick a thing. Have some consideration for the fucking listener. I don't do that. Here's me telling a story. I bought a tomato and I ate it and it was good. That's a story anyone can follow. It's about a tomato the whole time. I like being married, though. I do. I really like it. I seriously do. We were having sex, my wife and I, a couple of weeks ago, which is amazing that we did that because we never have sex. Never. Because we have a baby, and our baby's a fucking asshole and won't let us have sex. Oh, fuck, that kid's a jerk, man. Seriously. Every time she's got some urgent shit in her room. Papa, come in here. I am in now. Okay, I go in there. What's up? I need a pair of pants to put on my pony. Wow, holy shit. I'm trying to fuck your mom in there. Would you give me a break? Can a guy fuck your mom for a minute? There's no sex, man. I had no idea that marriage just means no sex. No, none, fucking none. I have friends that are thinking of getting married, and they say funny shit like, hey, you know, I don't know if I could do it, because I don't know if I could have sex with one woman for the rest of my life. I'm like, don't worry about that shit. You're going to have sex with 0 women for the rest of your life. That's a lot less than one woman. Who the fuck do you think you are? Where'd you get that fantasy? I'd love to have sex with one woman for the rest of my life. Any one woman. Big, fat, dead lady with a beard, I'd fuck her every day. I'd be proud to have her.
Go ahead.
I have a new...
Something interesting, sort of. I met this woman the other night, and she had a pierced tongue. She had a metal ball right there in the center of her tongue. And I asked her, what's that for? And she said, it's to enhance oral sex. I thought that was really stupid, personally, because I never really felt like oral sex needed any enhancement. I think it's pretty good the way it is, you know? I can't remember any time that I've been getting blown that I've actually thought, this is really boring. Is that the whole thing, really? You're just gonna suck it? That's it? That's all? Come on, put a metal ball in there or something. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you having trouble with that one? No, you doing all right? Okay. How did you do blowjob? I want to know how you... There you go. Good. Good. That's the international symbol. Blowjob, 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 blowjob. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. I'm getting all sorts of laughs. I don't even know what's happening half the time here.
I have 2 kids. I try to be a better person around my kids. I really do. I try to change my behavior around them. Like, I have rules in my house. They all apply to me. Like, I have a rule that I don't curse around my kids.
It's a rule. It does happen. You know, sometimes you have a stressful moment, you're with your kids, so you say something by mistake. Like one time I was making dinner for my kids, and I gave my daughter a bowl of soup, and I said, here's your fucking soup. But, you can see how that was a tough situation. You're supposed to teach your kids right from wrong. I don't know, it's confusing, you know? Some people raise their kids religiously, and that kind of covers it. They kind of go, all this, do that. I'm not raising my kids religiously because I don't feel like it. Just get up on a Sunday, fuck that. Fuck that. Let your souls rot, kids. I don't care, I'm not getting... Daddy, who... But my kids, you know, they're living in the world, and there's a lot of religion in the world, so you do have to teach your kids, if you're not raising them religiously, you do have to teach them about religion, you know? I always tell my kids the same thing. I tell them that there are many religions in the world, and they're all equal, but the Christians are the main one. That's what I tell them. The Christians won, they're the winners, so act accordingly. Congratulate Christians when you meet them. Because they won the world. And it's true. It's true. We love to tell ourselves, like, every religion is exactly... No, they're not. The Christians won everything a long time ago. If you don't believe me, let me ask you a question. What year is it? I mean, come on. What year is it? According to the entire human race. And why? What year is it? Anybody, sir, just yell out the year. Thank you. 2016. No, it's 20. That's right. It's 2017. What is that? That's a important number. Because we're counting to it in unison as a species. For thousands of years, we've been going 1, 2, 3, come on everybody, 4, and now come on Africa, 5, 6. What is this number? We're counting the days since what? Since there was ever people, or since the sun did a something? Not at all. It's been 2017 years since what? Anybody, yell it out. Yes, Christ! Christ! That's right. It's been 2017 years since Christ Jesus. We are counting the days since Jesus together. Which makes sense if you're Christian, but what the fuck are the rest of us doing? Jesus was here. Everybody, scientists, historians, Jesus. Jesus. Jesus plus 2. Jesus plus 3. Jesus plus 4. Jesus plus 2017 years, 4 months, and 3 days is when your license expires. How is that not a win for the Christians? How is that not a complete win? That's not a Monday off in October. That's there was no time before Jesus. And the whole world's like, okay, sure. And then somebody was like, what about the years before him? There were billions, I mean, infinity. Those go backwards. You want us to measure most of history backwards? To accommodate one religion? Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it. Watch New Year's Eve around the world.
They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. There's one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year, and they just wear grass because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017. And it goes around the world. Oh, it's a 2017. Oh, it's a 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017. The Jews are quietly keeping track. It's really 5,766, but that's for us. We're just, that's okay. We're just keeping track for when you snap out of it. It's all right. I'll write yours on my check. I don't want a problem. What about Chinese New Year? Yeah, what about Chinese? All right. Next time you're doing your taxes, just write monkey where the year goes. Just put monkey. See what happens to your funds. No, it's 2017, year of our Lord. Jesus-y a clock on the nose. And they made it up. That's the weirdest part, is they got to rename years that had already taken place. Because you know that's not what those years were. You know that, right? That the year 3 wasn't the year 3 during the year 3. Nobody was walking around back then. Hey, what year is it? It's 3. Yeah, but I'm 28. How can I be 28? There's only been 3. Oh, well, see, you were born in BC 24, and there's a 0. Remember it went backwards? Oh, shit, that was stressful. I hated those years. What was that like? What year is it? 10. Gonna happen! So I don't know what to tell my kids. My kids are, they wanted a dog, so I got them a dog. I got them a dog this year, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten the dog. Because we rescued a dog. We got we adopt. Yes, you must, yes, always rescue. If you get a dog, get a rescue dog. Don't get a puppy from those horrible people who professionally raise dogs carefully. No. You need to just get a mystery dog that's been beaten and abused and traumatized on the streets of Puerto Rico and can't talk about it to anyone now. They never know. Do you know anything about the dog? She's afraid of pennies. So we think maybe somebody's been throwing handfuls of pennies at her face. But otherwise, no. So you take this random dog and just put it in your house with your family and watch their personality unfold. This dog is insane. I'll walk into the kitchen and the dog's just standing there alone like this. Like, you all right? Are you all right? My kids are terrified of the dog. My daughter goes to pet the dog. The dog goes like this. She's like, should I pet her? I don't think you should ever pet our dog, honey. So I took her to the vet. I took the dog to the vet to ask her what to do. And the vet said, listen, I think there's something you should seriously consider. I was like, please be saying to kill this dog. Please be a doctor that says the dog dies now. But she didn't. She said, I think you should consider Prozac for the dog. was like, really? She said, yeah, it works. Calms the dog right down. But it's a big decision, and you should think about it. I said, put 4 in her asshole right now. What do I have to think about? I don't give a shit what she's experiencing. Fucking fix it. Give her heroin. Shoot her up. Come on, puppy. Wow, your dog is really chill. Yeah. It only costs $400 a day to keep her like that. I didn't always feel this way. I used to love animals. I used to worry about animals. Just animals. When I was like 20, are all the doggies okay everywhere? I certainly hope so. But I'm 49 and I got 2 kids now. You know what happens? Your circle of concern tightens. I have 4 nephews. I don't love any of them. Fuck a dog. You know those ads, like the PSA on television about abused animals? They show you a dog with like an empty socket, and he's like, ooh. They're always wet. I feel like they hose them down before they film them. Ooh, and the voice comes on, look at these dogs. Please send us money so that this can stop. Are you beating up the dogs? How's my money fixing that? You ever seen that PSA where they show you a really sad man? He's very upset, very sad man. He's holding a little sign, and it says, yeah, sure. And he says, this is the text that killed my daughter. Because somebody texted, yeah, sure, and ran over his kid, which is awful. Although maybe they were responding to a text that said, can you please kill that kid? And so they just wrote back and did it. I thought I had COVID about 3 times. I'm one of those idiots. I was like, I think I have it. Can you feel? I'm bad with pain, too. Like the other day, I hit my elbow right on that spot where if I had a gun, I'd be dead now. You know, I can't do pain. That's why I could never be a cop. I couldn't walk around with a gun right here. There's 50 things a day where I'd be like, fuck that ain't worth. That's my main problem, by the way, with the whole defund the police idea. What about people that want to commit suicide by cop? What about them? Anyway, we'll put a pin in that, but... We had a lot of protests in New York, and now we have protesters that just live here. They're not at a protest, they're just here. I saw a protester in Washington Square Park. She had green hair and dirty legs. And she's holding a little piece of cardboard, and it's with a Sharpie. It said, abolish billionaires. And she's standing there. And I thought, I don't think that's gonna do it. It doesn't feel like that's gonna result in Jeff Bezos going, what's happening to me? Sadly, it's gonna be okay for him. I thought it was good how young people got out there and they expressed themselves. They went out there to solve a lot of problems. Not all of the problems, but some of them. They went out there to stop discrimination. Not all discrimination, just some of it, which is a weird form of discrimination. But there are groups that are discriminated against who don't have any protesters or any people working for them. And we all discriminate against these people, like ugly people. Everybody discriminates against ugly people. They do, and it's awful. I mean, I'd rather be discriminated against for my race than for being ugly. Because you might not lose a job or a promotion, but nobody kisses you on the lips like your whole fucking life. Like, try that. This is what we say to ugly people. We don't like your face. We just don't like it. So no one's gonna fall in love with you, and it's unanimous. Sorry.
And we just expect ugly people to be like, oh, no, I understand. I mean, sure. It's my head shape. It's no good for you, so I'll go without the things that matter in life. Also, overweight people. Overweight people deal with things that none of us deal with, because I'm not overweight. There's people who are discriminated against because of their weight. I read a story once about a woman who's 600 pounds, and she couldn't get medical care. Because everything she goes to the doctor, he just says it's because she's fat. Everything. She's like, my knees hurt. He's like, yeah, my knees hurt just looking at you. What did you think was going to happen? She's like, I have chest pains. He says, yeah, because your organs are over capacity, so they're hurting. She's like, I got shot in the head. He's like, yeah, because you're fucking fat. Somebody shot you in the fucking head because you're fat. It's a terrible story. Here's the worst part of the story, and this is true. This is true. She needed an MRI because she had something serious. She's 600 pounds. She doesn't fit in the machine. You know what they did? They sent her to the zoo. I'm not kidding. They sent her to the fucking zoo. That's what we do for fat people who need an MRI. Hey, here's your prescription. Go to the zoo. Yeah, that's where you should go. You should go to the zoo. By the way, you know how many fat people we have in this country? About 600 trillion billion thousands of them. You know how many trans people there are? About 38. But if you're trans and you need a restroom and it's awkward, we'll change every restroom. But if you're fat and you need an MRI, you go to the zoo, you fat bitch. Just go to the zoo. You go experience that today. What happens when she gets to the zoo? What actually fucking happens when she arrives at the zoo? Hi. Are you here to see the monkeys? No, I'm here for an MRI. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, just stand in the straw over here. Yeah. You're after the walrus who has lymphoma. By the way, why is there an MRI machine at the fucking zoo? Who was developing that instead of a fat human being MRI? Who's paying for this shit? You don't give an elephant a fucking magnetic resonance image test. What are you, fucking high? That's obscene. If an elephant is sick, you just listen. You do this thing. Misa thinks she's gonna die today. I'm saying this out of respect for elephants, by the way, because we're supposed to respect how they live. They don't fucking cure their diseases. This is not their culture. This is our word. Let's fix it. Oh, he's sick. That's not how elephants live. An elephant in the Serengeti isn't like, I have a lump, I have to see my oncologist. When an elephant gets cancer, he falls over and he takes his fucking turn and becomes food. You don't put an elephant in a state-of-the-art... What if you find cancer? What, are you gonna give him chemotherapy? The skinny elephant with a pink baseball hat? Each day is a gift. I love animals, I do. I do. We have a weird relationship to animals. We name them and we play with them, and we kill them and we eat them, and we stuff them, and we draw them. I have a dog. I love my dog, but I don't know my dog. We've never had a conversation, not one time. I talk and she just hears She looks at me and I'm like, yes. She's like, what? You don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Fuck you.
I don't know this bitch. I have no idea what she's thinking. I really wish I did. I wish I knew what she was thinking. It's my biggest wish maybe in life is that I knew, because I know she has thoughts. I know she does. There's no way she's just like, dog. There's stuff going on in here. I've seen it. You ever watch your dog make a decision? You ever watch your dog just walk in the room and then look around like... Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Why? Please tell me why. I think my dog thinks I'm insane. Because I look at my life through her eyes. Like, I'll watch TV for 4 hours. And from my dog's point of view, I'm just sitting there. What the fuck is he laughing? What happened? My dog is my life now because my kids are growing up. My kids are in college and they're all, you know, I'm an empty nester. That's what you call it when your kids are gone, because they grew up, not if they're dead. It's not used that way. My daughter died of leukemia. Hey, you're an empty nester. I miss it. I miss having little kids. I think about it all the time. I think about it maybe adopting, you know? I could adopt a baby from a third world country. That's a good thing to do, because you can just leave them outside. You don't have to... You know, it's interesting. We've been adopting babies from other countries in America for a long time. You know, other countries do it too, but I live here, so I'll talk about that. But it's an interesting thing. It's not a biological imperative to go get a baby from thousands of miles away, but we've been doing that in large numbers here for a long time. And not always for the same reasons. There's been different reasons why we've done it. In the early, like in the 70s when I grew up, sometimes you meet a couple who had an African baby that they brought because they're those kind of, you know, these kinds of people, you know. The kind of couples that hold hands when they announce things. You know those kind of people? They gather their friends and they're like, we've decided. You know those? They have a farm table with a clay pot of honey on it. And their apple juice is cloudy. You know what I'm talking about? Those are the kind of people that make a trip to Zimbabwe and get a baby and name him Kevin and send him to Boston College, whatever. That was like the 70s and 80s. Then in the 90s, it became very popular with gay couples started to adopt babies from China because they want to have a baby, but they can't. They both have dicks. I don't know if you know that. Did you know that? Gay couples have 2 dicks. So they can't make a baby. You can try. You can just really fucking... You could try to come into one dick with the other. Like, if you line up the dick holes, and you can come and the sperm goes up this dick and down that one. And then the sperm gets to the balls and they're like, wait, what the fuck? Did we turn around? Because we're in the balls again. Whose balls are these? These aren't even his balls. Oh, he's gay. Fuck. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's just swim around till we're dead. It's just the way it is. You're not gonna... A baby will never come out of a penis. It's good. It's a good thing. Because it's hard for women. Imagine pushing a whole baby out of your penis dick hole. Even just a hand. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why gay couples adopt. That's why. And often from China, because they make a lot of stuff there. So that was that. That was the gay couples were adopting Chinese babies because they couldn't have babies. And then a lot of other couples started doing it more around the turn of the century. I used to live in Hollywood, which is a pretty awful place. And everybody there gets Chinese babies. It's very popular. They go and it's not because they can't have babies, and it's not because they're trying to help somebody from far away. It's because they're just busy. They're busy. They want to have a baby, but they don't want to have a baby. You know what I mean? That thing where you can't have your baby and eat it too, or whatever. I don't know how that works. They don't want to get pregnant, is the point. So they go to China. They don't even go to China. They go to the airport, and somebody from China meets them, gives them a baby. It's true. They just take it home, and then they get a Jamaican nanny to watch their Chinese baby. And they go to cocktail parties. We have a Chinese baby. It's amazing. And meanwhile, the Chinese baby and the Jamaican nanny are just alone looking at each other like, what are we doing? What is this? Why can't either of us see our families? Why? What the fuck is the point of this? I was in upstate New York in a small town, and I was standing in front of a drugstore. And in the window of the drugstore, they had a wheelchair on display in the window. Is that really an impulse purchase? I should get a wheelchair. That would really help with my paralysis. Then I wouldn't have to drag myself everywhere I go, like I've been doing for 10 years since my legs were blown off at the marathon. Okay. Bunch of fucking hypocrites, apparently. Because, let me point some out to you. Let me point some out to you, motherfuckers. You were just, like, seconds ago, laughing at a man with no legs crawling on the ground. You're just... And then at the end, you're like, oh, but not those particular legless people. No. We thought you meant just some asshole with a childhood disease who deserves to be laughed at. Not one of those. Now we're laughing at all legless people equally. However you lost your legs. Ha ha ha. You haven't legs. And we've legs. I have legs. I have 2 legs. 2 fucking legs. That's the maximum amount. I fucking love having 2 legs. I fucking love it. I wouldn't like having no legs. I really don't think I would like it. I think it would suck. I think it would suck shit out of the balls of Christ. It's an old Southern expression. It's not used like it used to be. I think 2 legs is better than none. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. It's not popular. You're not supposed to say that because you're supposed to always be very positive about disabled people. But I think that puts pressure on them to be positive. What if they don't want to be? Because the only story we want to hear is about the amazing disabled people. He's amazing. He lost his legs and then he won the leg-having contest. What about disabled people who aren't amazing? Who are just ordinary with a sweatshirt and some potato chips, and he's going, fuck, I wish I had legs. No, this is better. This is better with no legs. Why is it better? Because you can do anything now. I can do 4 things. Fuck off. I just don't know that our positive, non-disabled attitude really helps. Like retarded people. We're going to talk about retarded people for 20 minutes. That's what's going to happen. We're going to discuss retarded people for 20 minutes. It's not okay to never speak of them. No, we're going to talk about them. First of all, I want to talk about the word retarded, okay? Because the word retarded, it's a bad word, and people do not like the word retarded. They find it very offensive. Now, I'm a little confused by this, because it wasn't always a bad word. And I grew up in the 70s, and it wasn't bad back then. And most bad words were always bad. You know, cunt never had a day in the sun. There was never a... a time where the Santa Claus at the mall was like, come here, you little cunt, tell me what you want for Christmas. And then in the 90s, we're like, let's lay off a cunt a little bit there, gang. No, we used the word retarded in the 70s. We used it to identify people who were retarded. It wasn't controversial. It wasn't like he's retarded. It was like he is retarded. This fellow right here is retarded, right? I told you yes, you're still retarded. He is retarded, everyone. And I grew up in Boston. We didn't say retarded in Boston. We said retarded. He's retarded. God bless him, he's fucking retarded. That's the way we used it. With love. Help the retarded. That's what people said in the 70s. Help the retarded. There was a lady outside the supermarket near my house every Christmas with a bell. She was like, help the retarded. Help the fucking retarded. You gonna tell me she was a bad person? She was helping the retarded. And I feel like we had more of them around back then. I haven't seen one in years. In the 70s, there was a retarded guy in a windbreaker on every street corner. We were using the word and they were more in our lives. I swear to God, they were more. They were in our culture. There was TV movies about retarded people all the time. Tonight on ABC, a retarded boy's dream. There was one, I remember with Sean Cassidy. I don't know if you remember Sean Cassidy. Some of you too young. But Sean Cassidy, he began his career as a teen pop idol. He was a 13-year-old boy with a very hit song called Da Do Run Run. And he had feathered blonde hair and juicy lips. And he's on the cover of Teen Beat magazine. And everybody liked Sean Cassidy because he was sexy. He's a sexy boy. I thought he was sexy. I thought he was really sexy. I was 6 years old. But I already had inappropriate sex feelings for teenage boys when I was 6. I was an old soul. I was a pedophile when I was 6. I used to go up to teenage boys when I was 6, like, hey, how's it going? That kid's weird, he's got a boner. Anyway. Not anymore, I outgrew it, but no. I'm not sexually attracted to teenage boys. I'm not. But I don't not get it. I mean, I get it. I'm not like, what? Like, you can see it. Like, I was in an airport once, and I'm walking along where people walk in the airport, and there's these chairs facing the aisle, and there's this family sitting there, a mom and a dad and 2 teenage boys, and they're like just both sitting with their phones with their legs. They're wearing like these shorts. One had cut-off shorts, and one had basketball shorts. And they both just had their legs open because they don't give a fuck. Both legs just splayed, and then just smooth, you know, just very. And I saw it. It didn't do anything to me. But I kind of wanted to stop and go, hey, fellas, let's close that shit up, huh? You're not getting me, but I know you're causing a problem for somebody in this airport. Let's close it up. I did not say that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Anyway, let's return to the comfortable subject of retarded people, shall we? So Sean Cassidy. Sean Cassidy was a teen singer who then grew up. He was about 18. Now he was, old and gross. Nobody wanted to fuck him. So he started to act. And he had a movie on TV called Normal People, where he played a retarded man who wants to live a normal life. It was very inspiring, actually. And at one point, he didn't do like a big retarded character. He wore thick glasses. He talked like Elmer Fudd. That was the whole thing. So he goes up to the guy who runs the group home he lives in, and he says, I want to get a job. And the guys who runs it is like, Republican conservative. So he's like, you can't get a job, you're retarded, And, but then there's a liberal lady who works there, and she says, of course he can get a job. He's as good as anyone. So they let him get a job as an air traffic controller, whatever was available. And then he meets a woman who's also retarded who lives at the group home. He falls in love with her. It's a very nice love story. And he says, we want to get married. And the guy says, she says, but they're in love. So they get married. And then one day he says, we want to have a baby. And the liberal lady says, no fucking way. And they just shut them down right there. And that's the end of the movie. I swear to God, that's just how it ends. And the point of the movie is just, hey, there's a limit. Like, that's, I guess, what the point of it was. And that's pretty intense. But hey, retarded people were on television. We were talking about it. We were dealing with it. And they said the word retarded about 50,000 times in the movie. Now we don't say the word, and I don't see them anywhere. I guess that's my problem with it. And also, the word is not basically a bad word. It's a medical term. But it became a bad word because it's used as an insult, really. Not towards retarded people. Nobody does that. Nobody calls retarded people retarded to insult them. What would be the point of that? That would be like going up to a chair and saying, you're a fucking chair. Like, what are you doing? No. People use it on their friends. Like, you're at a bar, your friend's like, I don't have any more money for beer. And you're like, you're fucking retarded. Do you know that? And in that moment, no one retarded is insulted. They're not. Do you know why? Because they're not there. Because we don't include them in our lives. They're not at the bar. How many of you have a retarded drinking buddy that you hang out with? No, you take them to the zoo when they're little and then fuck them. This is what I find confusing about this thing, is that we told many generations of people that they were retarded. We told them that that's what they are, and they lived with it, and they dealt with it. And then we just decided it's a bad word. So did we tell them this? Did we go back to them and explain this to them? Listen, Nelson, I have something to tell you. You're not retarded anymore. You mean I'm cured? No. No, we're not even working on it.